Good morning, everyone. I just want to first of all say I hope you all are doing well and are staying healthy, because we really are going to move through this together and get to the other side of it. And I want to just mention one more time, I know you've heard it over and over, to wherever you go, social distance from each other. It's like this shirt says, united we stand, 6 feet apart, right? And we're not shaking hands anymore. So continue to follow those guidelines. And I wanted to tell you about a couple new things. I'm here in the Charles Young Park, which is one of our beautiful downtown parks. We have about 100 parks in Fayette County, and the sun is shining. It's great to get out in our parks, just as long as you don't gather in groups and you keep your distance. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the new signage we've provided. So at our parks, which have playgrounds, we've now posted this new signage, and it's for the playground equipment. State orders are in effect for social distancing, and so we don't want more than 10 people at a time on our playgrounds, and each of them should maintain 6 foot different distance from each other. And we don't have the resources to continuously clean the playground equipment all day, every day. So we ask you, the users of our parks, if you want to tuck some wipes in your bag and you have your children on the equipment, before they go on the equipment, just wipe it down with your wipe. And then you can wipe it down when you're finished. And we've posted these in English and Spanish, and we really want to ask your cooperation on this so that we all can stay healthy. So now let's go over. I'm going to sit at the picnic table and talk about a couple of other things. And it really is a great idea to get out in the sun. In the 1919 Spanish flu pandemic, many of the patients were moved outside into the sun because they learned that the sun was very helpful in healing. So get out in the fresh air, get some sunshine. And we will, it's different, and this is very hard, a lot of it, but we can do this, and our community has been wonderful, coming together in lots of ways to help each other, and neighbor helping neighbor. I know I have an elderly neighbor across the street, and we check on him regularly to be sure he's doing okay. And it can be just as simple as a phone call. And so some of the things we're doing inside government right now are, first of all, we hold our stakeholder conference calls every week to share information. And the stakeholders on these calls are hospitals, Lextran, higher education representatives, the city, of course, public safety, the airport. It's all of our big entities in town that are needing to hear information and share information. And this has been really helpful with everyone. Every morning I meet with my senior leadership team inside government, and we are following very closely the governor's executive orders, and we are working every time to be in compliance with those and to get the information out to you, our citizens. We have our coronavirus response fund, which, as many of you know, is a joint effort by the City of Lexington, God's Pantry, United Way, the Bluegrass Community Foundation, and we are providing services through nonprofits that are already set up. So our citizens can donate money to this cause, and it goes to God's Pantry and to the Urban League and those folks who are already providing services to those in need. As far as small business support, and let me tell you, I am very concerned about small business and how our small business owners and employees are doing. They are the lifeblood of our community economy. And so we are finding out a lot of information about the low interest disaster loans that are available. We know there's unemployment support for people who have lost their jobs, and unemployment insurance, which our workers can apply for. And there are some companies in town that are hiring, and if you check Commerce Lexington website, they have a list of those businesses that are currently hiring. So it might be that some of you who've lost your job can transition to a different job, even temporarily, until you can go back to your old job. And we want to thank Kentucky Utilities and Kentucky American Water, all our utilities who have put on hold shutting down people's utilities and services because they can't pay. And so we appreciate that. We are working every day to support our homeless population. It is growing during this crisis. We are getting more homeless people already. And so it's very important that we provide safety for those who are homeless, and that they also be set up so they can distance 6 feet apart. And so with this, our city's working to provide basic services while protecting our citizens. And this, of course, is the right thing to do, because as a government, what we do is serve our people in the highest and best way we can. With this in mind, last week, I ordered that the doors to our government be closed to visitors. We have restricted entry to visitors, and it's working. Yesterday we had 0 visitors to government, and so people are listening and paying attention to this, and it's all about protecting all the people. Lex Park, I want to thank them. The meters downtown are free for 2 hours. If you want to come to one of our downtown parks and spend some time with your children or your partner or someone else, there's free parking at the meters downtown. And so there is a lot going on as we continue to stay calm and understand that we will work through this crisis, and we will come out of it probably healthier. We do know that we are having to make some sacrifices that are painful, but we're all in it together, and we're doing it together. So I want you to be healthy, to stay at home if you can, and to, if you have a park nearby or can get to one, get out in the park. Just maintain your distance, and please don't clump up in big clusters, and help each other out, help your neighbors, and we'll get through it. So thank you very much. Be safe.